is what was catching them yesterday. And I just feel like today's too good to not try some topwater, especially in this pond. And of course we got a Wacky rig. Some of y'all know my, let's just call it, I guess, experience with Wacky rigs. They are not good. So let's try the topwater first. But I went to my buddy's pond. I didn't have my GoPro with me because I believe I didn't charge it. I forgot exactly why I didn't have it with me. Oh, I didn't have my tackle bag with me. God, scared me. There's a big old frog right there. And so I didn't get any recordings, but me and my buddy were doing pretty well, catching some fish out of his pond, and I caught a couple with a Wacky rig. Well, the first one I caught as a topwater, and then the next time I was just, oh gosh, I just blew this out. The next time I actually caught it, fishing it like a traditional Wacky rig. If y'all remember from last year, we haven't had good luck trying to fish this pond topwater, which is wild because you would think with how it looks, this would be a perfect topwater pond. Sometimes I wonder if this muck is too deep for them. There's definitely fish big enough in here to hit topwater, so that's also not really my concern. But let's get something down in the water and see. I don't know if this is the best place for this actually, because as you can tell, this isn't exactly weedless. So let's go down a little bit further back this way, get a little bit out of the grassy, the fully grassy area. There's grass pretty much around this entire pond, so you can't get it completely away from it, but we can get away from the most of it. Oh, can we? I'm trying to see if I see any. It never fails, like the best place to throw is like by a tree or under a tree. I'm hearing some over there. Oh, I guess I didn't recast since I caught my last fish. First cast on my Wacky rig. We caught a giant bluegill. Got him right in the tongue. Look at that. You know, decent little bluegill on the Wacky rig. So if you're wondering if the Wacky rig catches them, sorry, bud. It catches everything, I guess. Like I said, a lot of people, I've had folks before tell me like, dude, why aren't you fishing a Wacky rig? And I tell them, I was like, dude, I have never had luck with the Wacky rig. And they told me I was just fishing it wrong. And I guess I was. Oh, another bluegill's hammering it. Well, at least what I've seen is I'm just letting this bait do its thing, kind of letting it sink, popping it a couple times, and then really just watching my line and pay attention to if I feel a tick. Sometimes watching the line is the only way you're gonna know. I'll go over here. It's probably not the best idea, but I've seen a lot of blow-ups right there. What I tell you? God, it's another giant bluegill. But look at this, y'all. Like, I'm not even upset. It is literally, it is like, it is a giant bluegill. Like, I don't have tiny hands, and that's a full hand. That is awesome. He was a good size too. He's probably like over half a pound. Or right at, probably half a pound. But that was the first toss. Right where I said that they were blowing up at. Bluegill sometimes will smack it, and you'll see it not move a couple times. You'll feel the pop, but you won't actually see anything happening with the bait, like the line's not running. Bass, most of the time, hit it and then take off. So you actually see your line start running. And basically I'm tossing at this floating vegetation out here, hoping it is a bass or something just hanging out underneath it. One thing that's probably better if you did like big hops, because it pulls the Wacky rig up higher in the water, and where it's going to hit is normally, I saw a weight go towards my bait. Where it's going to normally hit is on that fall. I'm telling you, the hardest part about Wacky rigging is the patience. I do not have the patience for it. That's it. That's like, clearly fish spawn in this pond, but with how the pond is, I have no idea where, because the grass like blows out the shallows. Like, to me, I would think there was no way they'd even be able to make a bed. Like, looking around, every single bank and shallow area is covered. The other thing too is that it could be down underneath all this stuff, which from a bass standpoint is fantastic. From a fishing standpoint, that kind of sucks. I saw a bull right here as I walked by. Oh. I'll watch him eat it, y'all. Look at that. Perfect little bite. Good sized bass right here underneath this dock, just smacking a little bit of black lipstick for us, right where we think, right where they should be, is the second points of cover right up under these docks. Nice. And that was with the Wacky sit up. Oh goodness, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember which stick baits these are. Probably they're not Yamamoto's, or probably whatever's the traditional, you know, stick bait. But it's on a VMC Redline #1. I had bumped it, and like right as I bumped it, he grabbed it. Like I pulled it kind of up right at the surface level, and I saw him swat at it. I was like, oh. So I held on just a second, I waited just a second, and all of a sudden I saw him swipe at it again. But especially these areas that are right up here next to the grass also. God, get away. The other thing too is, like, once you catch something, you gotta kind of pull your line out a little bit, because that braid will cinch down on itself and keep you from being able to get a good cast. Oh, wow, really? Oh, I need to hurry up and yank this off. Also, a bad cast will help you not get a bad cast. There we go. All right, let's get to the easier area. That was awesome. That went exactly how I wanted it to. That bite right there. I'll be careful. I don't want to spook off any other bass that might be under here. And I kind of want to skip under the shaded part of this. What exactly? Oh, he's a big one. Stay on, stay on. Oh, I can't even flip him. Oh no, don't come off, don't come off, don't come off. Oh, don't come off. Oh. I'm about to go weigh this one. Ooh, there's some bleeding going on. Oh, don't eat my worm. Don't eat my worm. Oh, there's a lot of bleeding going on. All right, I'm just gonna let y'all look at this though. Giant bass. Got him right in the gill plate, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put her back. But beefy thing. Sorry, bud. Thanks for biting now. Right where, again, right where we wanted her to be, where we thought she'd be. And again, I was gonna weigh her, but she got a bad spot of that hook, so I don't want to get her back and let her be as healthy as possible. Man, right as I didn't say anything, but right as I was pulling across this, right in front of these weeds, I felt a thump. I was like, oh, you probably saw it, and just crushed it. I know I haven't talked much in this video, but one, I've got a raging headache right now, but I had to go fish today. It's too good of weather not to. And also, I'm thinking through all this process. Oh. I'll come back for it. I don't know if y'all saw that, but he came up and swiped it and missed. Oh, look at all the fry. There were thousands of little babies right here. I'll see if I can get this fish to bite again. So anyway, what I was saying before, I almost caught another fish. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, right there. Oh, he's a little bit smaller, but same concept. Oh, he got a good. Oh, he got a way good. I can't even bend it out of his face. There it goes. And he took my worm with him. Not as big as the other two, but right where we were saying he was supposed to be again. And really what we're doing is, I mean, I'm sure most of y'all know the Wacky rig concept. I'm not teaching you anything new, I think, with the Wacky rig itself. But what we're teaching you, what I'm hoping to show you, is the locations of these fish. We saw the fry. Well, I don't know if you saw it on camera, but there's tons of little baby fish, which means they've already spawned. They've started having babies, hatching babies. and they're protecting all of those babies. I might just keep these in my pocket just in case. So some of up there still protecting the babies. Or I mean, that's just kind of where the bass will be. You'll be on secondary structures outside of spawning areas, just ambushing prey and being what's called a fry guard. I think it's called a fry guard or something like that. But basically defending baby fish. And it's kind of like their job here. Is I have no idea where my line hook went. There it goes. Usually it's about right here. And so the areas outside of these, like spawning points, are gonna be more shallow, where they could have spawned or would have spawned, and then secondary points is going to be somewhere like under these laydowns, against these reeds, under these docks, stuff like that. And you want to fish something slow and easy. I really shouldn't be walking this tall grass, but in that one I happened to see, like, at first hit him right there in front of the grass, and I did my 2 big pops and just let it sink. And he came, like, right as it stopped and he started coming down, he came and swiped it and missed. And then just now, I just tossed, like, okay, we tossed it around where he went, thinking that maybe he did a turn and just started kind of hanging out. And sure enough, he was hanging out, like, right around in here. He just came up and smacked it. And I waited a second just to make sure he grabbed it, and he did. So I ripped her in. But anyway, that's kind of, that's my thought process there, and why I'm throwing certain locations. I forgot to pull my line out. And as you'll probably see at the beginning of this video, I caught some bluegill on a Wacky rig. Some decent sized ones too. It also never fails too, like, as soon as I actually explain in my head kind of what I've been doing to get these fish, the fish stop proving my point. But watch the video in reverse and it'll work out. All right, well, still, it wasn't a bad day. It was actually awesome. Caught some of my first Wacky rig catches, especially flipping them in and around dock structure and whatnot. Something that, like I said, although yeah, that was the first time fishing a Wacky rig anywhere in that structure, the concept of where the bass should be is the main thing. The bass are going to be, we're in the spawn, kind of post-spawn area, timeline, whatever, season. So you're looking for, you know, if you have the spawning areas to fish, check out the spawning areas, see if they're up in beds, whatever, up around beds, on beds, you know, flipping the beds and stuff like that. I said beds a lot just now. And then outside of that, kind of the points, secondary points just outside of that spawning area. So reeds, grass, vegetation, points, docks, any kind of structure, stuff like that. Bass are going to be in those areas, and that's where you're going to want to flip in and out of to get the bass that just got done spawning, that are currently spawning, stuff like that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're still watching, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can know when I post more videos. And again, watching all the way through and liking are some of the biggest things that help a channel out, and it costs you nothing, and it helps me out a ton. So I really appreciate it. But until then, till next time, catch you at the next spawn.